Hey, notice anything a little different? Maybe a little old snip snip? Welcome to the third and final project of the course, the To-Do-Woo app. Isn't that a great name? This is basically a website that is a to-do list. So a user can come to this site, sign up for an account, create some to-do lists of things that they've got to get done, and they can check those things off, or they can delete them, maybe edit it to say, oh, well, actually this has changed. I now need, instead of just buying cheese, I need to get X, Y, and Z things. Pretty awesome little app. And the big thing here, the big thing that's going to separate this from the other sites that we've seen is what's right up top here is that sign in and the login, the authentication system. So let's say someone comes to the site and they're like, I want to be a part of this. They say start. So they're going to have to pick a username and a password. So I'm going to choose one. I'll say Haley here, and I'll go ahead and put in a password, and I sign up. But look, that username has already been taken. So we're also going to learn in this site how to, do some checking and display errors back to the user to say, hey, that's already been taken. You got to pick a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a new name. So I'm going to do maybe Sean. All right, I'm going to give Sean a password here, and I will sign up. Now, when Sean signs up, you'll notice it says, looks like you don't have any to-dos. Nice work. If you want a new to-do, you can hit this button. A big thing with this project is there's now ownership of things that are saved in the database. So if Sean signs into the app, he has no to-do objects yet. If Haley has gone and made some to-do objects, they shouldn't be showing up on Sean's account. Like, that would be really bad, a big breach of privacy for Haley, and you don't want people checking out others' to-do, so we're going to learn how to manage all of that. But again, just want to show you through the app here. So let's say Sean wants to make a new to-do. Maybe he needs to go to the store. Okay, he can also specify in the memo specifically what it is that he wants at the store. So maybe here he'd be like, I need some eggs and then also some cheese to make some omelets. And this is, you can choose whether it's important or not. So if I save this one to do, you can see it's to go to the store, and there's some of the details there. If I mark it as important and then save this, it becomes red so that it's, stands out like this is really important. You'll notice if I make another one like walk the dog, okay, and I save that. So walk the dog doesn't have the same importance as going to the store, but they will all list here. Shows how many to-dos you have. You can click on, like, for example, once I've gone to the store and finished this, I can say complete. Once I've done that, it's gone out of my current to-do list, and then you could go to your completed to see which ones you finished, and it shows you when exactly it is that you completed that. So that's kind of cool. They'll all be ranked like that. And also you can delete these. So let's say I'm not even going to walk the dog, but I don't need to do this anymore. I can delete this, and it doesn't show up in completed, and it's not my current. I've actually gotten rid of it. So as you can see, some pretty cool features here. The thing that's hopefully pretty exciting is that users can create new to-do objects, and that's all here on the website. It's not part of that admin interface. So on the last personal portfolio, yes, we worked with a database and we made objects from models like, the different personal portfolios and also the blog posts, but those we all had to log into the admin system. Like, we wouldn't really want users to be creating to-dos over in that area. Rather, it's this nice, really put together place, and they can just make them here. Now, I can still log into the admin and see all the different to-dos, and if there's some sort of error, I can go and fix those and whatnot. But this is a much better experience for our user. And look, they can log out and can even log back in again. So let's log Sean back in here. Okay, and look at that. We're back at the starting point here. So really fun website here. Let's go ahead and kick things off in the next lecture.